Today we are talking about UAQ Free Trade Zone. Now, for those who don't know, UAQ is actually one of the 7 Emirates, and it is located between Ras Al Khaimah and Dubai. The free zone is located along the western coast. So if you are looking to set up a business that has to do with logistics, maybe import-export, then UAQ could be the right option for you because you have easy access to the seaports and the airports. Now, let's dive into some of the benefits and advantages that you are likely to enjoy in UAQ Free Trade Zone. Now, first things first, location. The free zone, as I have mentioned before, it's along the western coast, so all things logistics, import, exports, you're covered. And another thing is that the free zone itself is business friendly, so you are looking at a thriving business environment to set up your company in. And not only just the location, let's take a look at the cost. The cost for setting up your company in UAQ is quite affordable. The free zone itself is one of the affordable free zones that you can set up in the UAE. Registration costs are very low, and not just the registration costs, also the operational costs are quite lower, and the renewing of the licenses are quite lower as compared to other free zones. Now, the free zone itself caters to quite a number of business license types and sizes. So whether you are a freelancer or you are a large company, the free zone caters to all company sizes. And in all these company sizes, you're rest assured that you will enjoy lower setup costs. Now, let's talk about the registration procedure in UAQ. So the first thing is to choose a business activity. You can't set up a company without a business activity in mind, right? So once you have a business activity in mind, then you can proceed to choose a license type. Now, this is something that we can assist you with because we know that maybe you might not have all the information pertaining to the activities and the business license types. So say, for example, you want to set up a marketing consulting or IT consulting company, then your business activity will fall under professional services. So the license type has business activities under it. Once you have established your business activity and your license type, you might want to consider the business structure of your company. So the free zone offers quite a number of business structures. They do have free zone establishments which are ideal for just one shareholder, free zone companies which are ideal for multiple shareholders, and they can cater up to 50 shareholders. And you can also open a branch of an existing company, be it a local company or an international company. So after choosing your business structure and picking a unique name for your company, it will be time for you to pay the issuance fees as well as submitting the required documents. Now, the beauty about UAQ Free Trade Zone is that they don't really require a lot of documents from you, apart from the general documents that you need to submit, like your passport copy, bank statements, and proof of address. Once everything is set, you will then submit your application for an initial approval. After your application is approved, you will receive your company's incorporation documents, which include your business license, the MOA, articles of association, your certificate of incorporation. So after submitting your documents and getting the initial approval, you will need to sign some legal documents. You need to sign your memorandum of association, articles of association, as well as your lease agreement for the facilities that you'll be using in the free zone. The free zone, yes, is equipped with quite a number of facilities that you might want to benefit from. After you're done signing the legal documents, then you can move on to other processes like visa processing and opening a bank account for your company. Now, when it comes to the visa processing in UAQ Free Trade Zone, it is fairly easy and simple. The free zone itself has a number of visas that you can apply for. They do have investor visas, employee visas, as well as family visas. So after you have received your business license, then you can now apply for your visa. And if you have family, you can then apply for your family members' visas. You can sponsor your family, that is your spouse, your children, your parents, or your parents-in-law. Let's talk about the visa quotas. So the visa quotas that you are eligible for in the free zone are determined by the size of your company and the business activity. It is also important for you to know the sponsorship requirements and other employer duties that you have to fulfill in the free zone. This is something that we can also update you on and keep you in the loop of what you have to look out for and what you have to consider as an employer. Now, let's move on to the facilities that are offered in Umokoin. You'd be surprised that they have state-of-the-art facilities, and they do have facilities that come in different sizes. So firstly, they have the Flexi Desk, which is a co-working space that you can use, and they also have a serviced office, executive offices, warehouses, as well as industrial plots. So be it that you are into the industrial side of things or you're just a freelancer, there is a facility for you in Umokoin. The facilities come at affordable prices, so rest assured you'll be saving a few dirhams by setting up in Umokoin. In case you're wondering what license types they have in Umokoin, they do have quite a number of licenses, but I'll just mention a few. They have industrial licenses, trading, professional services, e-commerce. I think e-commerce falls under trading, so trading, and there is also freelance licenses. So if you are an individual that is seeking to engage in business and offer your professional services, then you can as well set up in Umokoin at affordable rates. So the time frame for setting up your company in Umokoin ranges from 3 weeks to 5 weeks, but usually the process is way shorter than that because you will receive your business license within 4 to 7 working days. Now, when it comes to processing your visa, you will have to go through a medical fitness check. This includes a blood test and a chest x-ray. Once you are done with your blood tests and chest x-ray, you will then move on to getting your biometrics. This is all about your fingerprints getting captured and put into the system. Once you're done with your biometrics appointment, you will then have to apply for your Emirabiz ID. Now, these days, they no longer stamp your visa in the passport physically, so they will send you a digital copy, and in a few days time you will receive your Emirabiz ID at your doorstep. When it's time for you to renew your visa, all you need to do is to just go through your medicals again, but you won't need to go for a biometrics appointment because they already have your fingerprints in the system. Let's talk about some of the key benefits that you will enjoy in the free zone. I've already mentioned some of the things, but maybe you might want to consider that setting up a business in Umokoin Free Trade Zone means that you will be in a thriving business environment. A lot of companies have set up their businesses there, and one of the major things that you might want to know is that you can operate your business from anywhere in the UAE. So just because your company is registered in Umokoin doesn't mean you have to reside there or to work from there. So you could be living in Abu Dhabi, but your company in Umokoin. Another benefit is the location of the free zone. I've already mentioned this before. And also there is no personal income tax, and there is just 9% corporate tax. Now, when it comes to the 9% corporate tax, it's not every company that has to pay the 9% corporate tax. It depends on your income. If your company has an income of over 375,000 dirhams, then you are liable for the 9% tax, but if it is below that, it is zero tax. Here are a few points to note as you're considering setting up your company in Umokoin or in the UAE in general. You will need to make sure that you stay compliant with the rules and the regulations of the UAE. I know some of you have companies in other countries, in other places, but when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. So the regulations that apply in maybe Qatar, where you're set up in, or in Canada, may not be the same as in the UAE. So always stay compliant and stay in the loop with the regular changes that are happening in the UAE. One thing that you have to keep in mind is the annual obligation that will be put on your company. Maybe obligations. Now, in Umokoin Free Trade Zone, there are no annual audits, so you're covered when it comes to that. Unlike in other free zones like DMCC, where you need to have an annual audit done at the end of each financial year. However, you will need to take into consideration that you will need to renew your company license every year. There are other financial reportings that will need to be done. For example, the filing of corporate tax, the ESR regulations, economic substance requirements, regulations. These are the things that you need to bear in mind as you are thinking of setting up your business there. You will also need to know that with setting up a business comes a lot of challenges. Be prepared for the challenges that will be thrown your way. However, you are rest assured that when you are partnering with Emirabiz, if we are in partnership with you and are helping you setting up your company in UAQ, rest assured that you don't need to bear the burden alone. When it comes to the annual audits or the obligations that are required for you to do, we will be reminding you. Our renewals department will start sending you reminders of renewing your company 3 months before the expiration date, so you have ample time to put your house in order. When it comes to staying in the loop with the regulations that are constantly evolving and changing and coming up, rest assured we will be taking you through the process of it and guiding you every step of the way. As Emirabiz, we go a step further than just assisting you setting up your company in UAQ Free Trade Zone. We will also assist you with the maintenance of your company. So other services that you will need, like renewals, auditing, tax, accounting, ESR, you name it, we are going to be here every step of the way to assist you. UAQ Free Trade Zone is an amazing free zone indeed, and from time to time they are coming up with promotions, discounts and packages that you can easily take advantage of, so you can end up setting up your company at a much lower cost. I believe we have covered much of the things that we wanted to talk about. Until next time, happy business setup. See you soon.